All right. So for those of you who just coming in the Zoom, right? Just say yes first. And then after that, I'm going to check your attendance here. So what you need to do is just write your name and your ID student into the line group. 1, 2, 3, go ไปเลยเดี๋ยวขอชื่อคนที่ present ด้วยนะครับตอนนี้5คนละโอเคเช็คชื่อได้นะครับเช็คชื่อกันเข้ามาใน LINE นะขอชื่อกับ ID student 3 ตัวหลังครับผมเข้ามาใน303เลยนะครับมาแล้วนะครับ alright 5 คนใช่ไหมครับที่ต้อง present วันนี้กำลังทยอยเข้ามานะครับไปเช็คชื่อได้ไปเช็คชื่อได้โอเคเดี๋ยว I stop sharing ก่อนแล้ว you share สไลด์เข้ามาเลยนะครับสำหรับทีมที่จะ present วันนี้นะครับโอเค 1 2 3 go แชร์เข้ามาได้เลยครับเช็คชื่อกันไปนะครับพิมพ์ชื่อแล้วก็ ID student แค่นั้นไม่ยากนะครับเลขที่ออก3ตัวต้องตรงนะอยู่ ID student ห้ามผิดนะครับมาแล้ว perfect มากไฮโซเลยนะครับ ready หรือยัง7 คนแล้วนะครับเดี๋ยวแนะนำตัวคนที่ present วันนี้ขออนุญาตให้แนะนำตัวให้อาจารย์รู้จักนะครับ so can you introduce to me I just want to hear from you just your name and your ID student okay your name and your ID student here
ตอนนี้เลยใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่แค่แนะนำตัวว่าชื่ออะไรกับรหัสเท่าไหร่ in English okay all right
so start with me my name is Conchita Hengpum my ID is 612
okay next one
I'm Lada Mani in my ID last number is 105
next one
my name is Pimpicha Sivalorosakul my number is 101
next one
Hanumar Nongpe my number is 622
okay all right next one
Kannapat Krayupok my number is 100
okay next one
พิทยาพรแซ่อึ้ง619
all right next one
ติดชริยา
ก่อนเลย
โอเคติดชริยา579
okay next one
แสงระวีทองดี647
all right next one มีไหม is there anyone okay
พระวณิชอักษรศรี621ค่ะ
okay is there anyone okay next one
อาจารย์คะอันนี้คือพูดอะไรกันเหรอคะหนูเพิ่งมา
แนะนำตัวครับคนที่เป็น member สำหรับวีคนี้ so for those of you who have to make a presentation for today's class just introduce yourself to me please I want your name and your ID student okay ครบหรือยังโอเคครบแล้วใช่ไหมครับตอนนี้8 คนใช่ไหมครับกลุ่มนี้ Are you ready 9 คนอีกสักคนครบแล้วใช่ไหมทุกคนsay hi กับ introduce a little bit more about you already right okay so all of you are Panumat right Rada Ponchita okay, let me check first Pitaya Pon Sang Ravi is that right ปัณพัฒน์คนที่ยกมือนะประมาณนี้ป่ะ Okay, I think you are ready for your presentation here. Just want to make sure that everyone ready to hear, ready to learn together. So once you're ready, just say in the text message that I am ready. พิมพ์เข้ามาครับ I am ready. ถ้า ready เราต้องฟังเพื่อนนะฮะ เดี๋ยวปล่อยโฟลว์ไปครึ่งชั่วโมงเต็มที่นะ I'm ready กันเข้ามาครับเดี๋ยวเพื่อนเสียใจนะครับไม่ฟังเรา ใครที่ยังไม่เช็คชื่อนะครับพิมพ์ชื่อเข้าไปในไลน์เลยนะครับเพราะเดี๋ยวอาจารย์จะต้องแคปนะฮะ All right. I think everyone is ready. Okay. Shall we get started for your presentation? 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, good afternoon, teacher and everyone. Today we will explain English grammar with a tense and passive voice. First, we will talk about the present tense. Let's see the present simple tense. The structure of the present simple tense is subject plus verb. We use the base form of the verb and or the infinitive and add s for the present singular. We use the present simple tense when we talk about general truths and facts that are always true. For example, when the earth moves around itself, it makes day and night. For regular and habitual events, we often use always, often, usually, sometimes, never, and other frequency adverbs. For example, we always have a holiday in the summer. For instructions and directions, we often use ordering verbs, such as and, first, and then with its uses. For example, you take the train into the city center, and then you take number 5 bus. And timetables and plans that are part of a future plan. For example, the lesson starts at 9:30 tomorrow instead of 10:30. The next is the present continuous tense. The structure of the present continuous is subject plus verb to be is MR plus verb ing. We use this tense when talking about events at the time of speaking. For example, she's pressing the button but nothing is happening. And used to talk about temporary stage which are true around the moment of speaking. For example, her mother's living with her at the moment. She just come out of hospital. Moreover, we can use it to talk about a gradual change. For example, they are building a new stand at the football ground. And we can use this tense to talk about plans and arrangements that have already been made. For example, we are moving to Cambridge in July. The next is present perfect tense. The structure of the present perfect tense is subject plus have has plus participle. We use the present perfect to refer to events in the past, but which connect to the present. We use this tense to talk about our experience up to now and no need to identify specific time. For example, we are going to Momo Paradise for dinner tonight. I've been there a couple of times before. Although we don't give a specific time, we often use general time expressions like ever, never, before, in my life, so far, and up until now. For example, we haven't met before, have we? She's never said sorry for what she did. And we use this tense to talk about recently completed events. We often use words like just or recently. For example, Nikki and John have just come back from a week in Spain. We also use this tense to talk about a past action that connects to the present. For example, she's broken her arm in 2 places. Her arm is still broken now. In the case of time, past, for, and seen, we use this form when talking about a present situation that began at a specific point in the past and is still going on in the present. For example, that house on the corner has been empty for 2 years, or that house on the corner has been empty since 2006. We also use how long plus present perfect form to talk about to ask the duration of the action. For example, how long have you worked there? Since 21 August. So far, about 4 months. And we use already to emphasize the finished event. For example, I've already booked my flight home. The last one is the present perfect continuous tense. The structure of this tense is subject plus have has plus been plus verb ing. We use this tense to talk about recent past activities and focus on the action. The result from that action appears in the present. No need to identify specific time. For example, I've just been cleaning the car. The car is wet and clean. We also use it to talk about one continuing event or action that started at a point in the past and is still ongoing in the present. For example, I've been reading your book. It's great. I'm still reading it. And for the repeated continuing event, we talk about the event that happened at a point in the past and you are still continuing it up until now. For example, I've been going to Spain on holiday every year since 1980% perfect continuous to ask about how long have you been waiting for me?
And the next one is past tense. The first past simple structure subject plus verb 2. The past simple is used for talking about an event in the past and usually specifying the time when something happened. Many verbs are irregular in the past simple, but if it's regular verbs, they will end in ed. The words which often appear in the tense, such as yesterday, after that, then, ago, last night, last week, last month, or in 1999. Example, they invited us to their party. How many people did they invite to the wedding? I didn't do anything. And the next one is past continuous. The structure is subject plus was verb plus verb ing. The past continuous is about the action or situation started at the time in the past or that they were happening as a background or temporary event. Example, this time last year, I was living in Hong Kong. Who was she talking to? I waved to Matt, but he wasn't looking. The next one is past perfect. Structure, subject plus had plus past participle. The present perfect is often used with the time expressions, with signifying time up to now and circumstances that took place in the past, but which link to the present. The past participle often end in ed, but many verbs are irregular. For example, she had already seen the movie. Had you finished your assignment? They hadn't cleaned the house for weeks. And the last one is past perfect continuous. Structure subject plus had been plus verb ing. The present perfect continuous is about something had been happening before something else happened, and to show that an event or action in the past was still continuing. Some verbs of mental process and verbs of the senses do not need to change to the continuous form. Example, she had been practicing piano for 2 months. Had he been reading a book? I hadn't been visiting my parents since April.
Okay, up next is future tenses. Future tenses can be easily recognized by the use of auxiliary verb will. In future simple, the auxiliary is put in between the subject and the main verb, which is in the infinitive or V1 form. This tense is for events to be completed in the future, such as unplanned events, event prediction, and stating plans or decisions you are absolutely certain about. You can also add a think before will too, in case of stating unplanned events such as, I think I will get more food. For future continuous, we add the auxiliary verb be and change the main verb from infinitive to present participle or the ing verbs. This tense is for events that are expected to be happening at a specific point in the future, such as, I will not be coming to school tomorrow. In future perfect, we add the auxiliary verb have after will and change the main verb into past participle or V3. This tense is for events that will finish between the current time and a point of time in the future. In contrast, future perfect continuous is for events that will continue to happen until a point of time in the future. Since it's a mix of continuous and perfect tense, the tense structure has both the auxiliary have and be. In this case, it's been, and the main verb is in the form of present participle or ing.
Next, we're going to talk about double tenses. Double tenses are used to describe two actions or events that happen at the same time. There are 4 forms, as you can see. The first form is past continuous and past continuous. The past continuous tense is used when the action was already in progress at a certain time in the past, and it can also show that an activity was in progress for some time, not just for a moment. So when we use the past continuous tense in the same sentence, it usually describes two events that were taking place at the same time. For example, while I was talking on the phone, my brother was making some noise in the kitchen. While I was watching TV, my mother was cooking. When two actions were happening simultaneously in the past, or as we call it, parallel events, this form of double tense is often used with a conjunction like while or as. Okay, next slide, please. Second form is past continuous and past simple. When we use these two tenses together, it shows us that the past simple action happened in the middle of the past continuous action while it was in progress. For example, what were you doing when the plane landed? So as you can see, we often use these tenses to show an action interrupting another action. When we have a sentence in the past simple tense and another in the past continuous tense, we often use when and while, but we have to take into consideration the following rules. So the first rule is when is followed by a sentence in the past simple tense. For example, when I took the photo, the kids were playing. And while is followed by a sentence in the past continuous tense. For example, while I was having dinner, my father arrived. The third one is past perfect and past simple. The past perfect tense and the past simple tense both express completed actions that took place in the past. We use the past simple tense to say what happened in the past, often in sequential order. For example, she had already fastened her seatbelt when the flight attendants gave the safety demonstration. After the flight attendants had completed the safety demonstration, the plane took off. So the past perfect tense expresses events and actions that occur prior to another past action that is usually expressed in simple past. And the last form is future perfect and present simple. Future perfect tense represent an action which will have occurred at some time in the future. And the simple present tense is used to indicate an action which happens. For example, Bob will have gone to the library before he comes to the class. I will have helped him to do the task before the class starts. So if two actions take place in the future, the first one is future perfect tense and the second one is simple present tense.
Next, let's take a look at passive voice. The passive voice is the opposite of the active. Active sentences focus on what people or things do, while passive sentences are about what happens to people or things. When to use passive voice? To emphasize the receiver of the action. When the action is more important and interesting than the person who does the action. When we don't know who performed the action. When we don't want to mention who or what did the action. when the object is the most important part of the sentence or can do the action itself, when the person or thing doing the verb is obvious. In passive voice, each tense has its own passive structure. The passive voice is formed by using a form of the auxiliary verb with the past participle of the main verb, and the object of the active sentence becomes the subject in the passive sentence. If we want to mention the people or things doing the action, we can use by. However, it is optional. We don't use by when the agent is unknown or unimportant to the meaning of the sentence. Passive voice structures of present simple tense is subject plus ism plus past participle plus by agent. For example, active, she is an apple. Passive, an apple is eaten by her. And the structure in present continuous tense is subject plus ism plus being plus past participle plus by agent. For example, active, she is eating an apple. Passive, an apple is being eaten by her. For present perfect tense, the structure is subject plus has have plus been plus past participle plus by agent. For example, active, she has eaten an apple. Passive, an apple has been eaten by her. And passive voice structure of present perfect continuous tense is subject plus has have plus been plus being plus past participle plus by agent. This structure isn't commonly used in the passive voice. Next.
Okay, there are 4 past tenses in passive voice. First, past simple uses was or were as an auxiliary verb. And the sentence structure is subject plus was or were plus past participle, and you can omit by agent. For example, the active voice, he washed the car. The passive voice, the car was washed. Second, past continuous uses was or were as an auxiliary verb too. The sentence structure is subject plus was or were plus being and plus past participle. For example, the active voice, he was washing the car. The passive voice, the car was being washed. Next, past perfect uses had and been as an auxiliary verb. The sentence structure is subject plus had plus been and plus past participle. For example, the active voice, he had washed the car. The passive voice, the car had been washed. And the last tense that I'm commonly used is past perfect continuous. It uses had, been, and being as auxiliary verbs. The sentence structure is subject plus had plus been plus being and plus past participle. For example, the active voice, he had been washing the car. The passive voice, the car had been being washed.
All right, for the future tenses in passive voice, there are only one tense that we commonly use, which is future simple tense. The sentence structure is subject plus will plus be plus verb 3. The example show how we can change the active voice, they will hang him at dawn, into the passive voice, he will be hanged at dawn. The agent by them is optional because the tense is already completed in itself. Therefore, the further explanation is not needed, or in case that you don't know who is the agent, so it can be omitted. Next one, future continuous tense. The sentence structure is subject plus will plus be plus being and verb 3. For the example, in active voice, they will be hanging him at dawn. Can be changed to passive voice, he will be being hanged at dawn. This is very common structure that we normally use. There's another word giving the same meaning, but it is in the form of present continuous tense. And the next one, future perfect tense. The sentence structure is subject plus will plus have plus been plus verb 3. For example, active voice, they will have hang him at dawn. Passive voice, he will have been hanged at dawn. And the last one, future perfect continuous tense. The sentence structure is subject plus will plus have plus been plus being and plus verb 3. For the example, active voice sentence, they will have been hanging him at dawn. When it's changed to the passive voice, it would be he will have been being hanged at dawn. Here's a lot of auxiliary verb in one sentence, so it might be the reason why this kind of sentence is not really used in daily life.
Okay, the next one is modal verbs. Most modal verbs do not change the form by the subject which is in front of it. Moreover, the modal verbs are always followed by an infinitive verb. Can is used in the sentence to show the ability in the present time. Could is used in the sentence to show the ability in the past, and there is not that ability in the present. Can and could can be used to ask for permission as well. Using could is usually more polite than using can. May and might are used to show possibility either in the present or the future. Must is sometimes in the command sentence. Sometimes must can be used to show that the speaker feels so sure about something. Have to is the one that changes its form depending on the subject in front of it. Have to is used to show necessity like must, but has a weaker strictness. Should it is used to show suggestions, and shall is used when the speaker wants to offer some help or induce people to do something. Will is used to show the prediction for the future or give a promise, and would is will but in the past form.
Next is modal verbs plus have plus past participle structure. The first form of this structure is could plus have plus past participle. The sentence with this structure shows that the incident did not happen in the past. However, if the speaker wanted to make it happen, he could do it. For example, I could have done it better if I tried harder. The second form is should plus have plus past participle. Some incident did not happen in the past, but you think it would be better to happen. For example, it should have been you who went there. The third form is would plus have plus past participle. The incident did not happen in the past. It almost happened, but something restrained it. For example, I would have punched you. And the last form of this structure is used when the speaker is pretty sure about the incident which happened in the past, which is must plus have plus past participle. For example, you must have done something wrong. You look so nervous.
All right, for the modal verb can be used in the passive voice sentence. The structure will be subject plus modal verb plus be and plus verb be. For example, active voice, they can hang him at dawn, can change into the passive voice as he can be hanged at dawn. We call this structure the present conditional sentence, which can be used in if clause sentence. For the example, the house would be clean if they had a visitor. Next one is modal perfect tense. The sentence structure is subject plus modal verb plus has have plus been and plus verb be. For the example, in active voice, we say they should have hanged him at dawn. We could say he should have been hanged at dawn by them in the passive voice. We call this the past conditional sentence, which also can be used in if clause sentence. For the example, the house would have been clean if it had been dirty.
Okay, we are going to look at simple tests. Number one, looking at the sentence and the answer choices. The subject of this sentence is you, and this sentence already has a main verb, so we have to look for a correct modal verb. And if any guy of you can answer this question, you can type your answer. Okay, thank you. The correct answer is A. Really good. The correct answer is A because it is a modal verb which implies the suggestion. Number two, for this sentence, we can see the hint ultimately can mean finally, which can refer to the fact. So this sentence should be the present simple tense. And what is your answer? Thank you. The correct answer is D, which relates to the structure of the present simple tense. Number three, Okay, number 3, we can see the hint, which is last month in the sentence, right? So last month is an adverb of time and used in the past simple tense. So what's it your answer? Very good. The correct answer is A, suggested. Number 4. In this sentence, we already have is as a verb to be, and the following word should be a verb ing form or an adjective. And what is your answer? Good. The correct answer is C, and it links to the present continuous tense. Number 5, we cannot touch the word so far, which means up to now, and this word is also one of the adverbs of time, which tells the period of time in the present perfect tense. Then we'll look at the subject, which is a pronoun. And what is your answer? Thank you. The correct answer is B, have resulted.
Next one. Anyone knows the answer? Oh, okay. The correct answer is A. You can see the phrase by the time, which can mean before. From the structure of double tenses, we put past simple tense after the word before, and then we put past perfect tense after the comma. If we consider this by how the tenses are used, we can see that past perfect tense is used to describe the incident that happens before the one which is described by past simple tense. We choose A rather than B because the train is the subject or the agent in that clause. C is the present perfect tense and D is future perfect tense. Number 7, answer please. Yes, B. You can see the phrase by the terrible wind. It is actually by plus the agent from the passive voice. It can help us indicate that this sentence is in a passive form. To form a passive sentence, we use the verb to be and past participle. The only one choice left, which is in the passive form, is B. Number 8. Okay, the answer is A. We have to look at the choice first. The choices first. B cannot be a correct answer since are and been both are verb to be. You can have at most one verb to be in each clause or sentence. C is usually used as an if in conditional sentence, but this question is just a regular complex sentence. This answer is not correct too. We have 2 choices left, A and D. Then we look at the subject in this sentence. It is industry reviewers, which is a plural noun. So the correct answer is A. And the last one, anyone know the answer? Okay, the correct answer is D. Next week is one of the adverbs of time which refers to the time in the future. So we only have 3 choices, B, C, and D. They have the structure of future tense. For the subject in this sentence, these rooms, it cannot paint themselves. We have to find the answer which is in the passive form. So there is only one choice left, which is D. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?
All right, thank you so much นะครับก็ So everyone here, right? สักครู่นะครับก็ขอบคุณครับผมกลุ่มแรกของเรานะครับ Thank you so much for the first group today. กิจชยา right? How many of you? กิจชยา พนามาศ รดา ปัณพัฒน์ I'm sorry if it's spelling your name. ปุณพัฒน์ว่าไงครับ
ต้องยกมือใช่ไหมคะ
มาที่ยกมือมาใช่ไหมครับโอเคไม่เป็นไรก็คือ done for this session okay good เดี๋ยวขอเปลี่ยนshare screen ของไอก่อนแป๊บหนึ่งเป็นยังไงบ้างครับเพื่อนแฮปปี้ไหม Okay, so done for the first presentation here. It's all about the concept for tenses and passive voice, but I was really impressive for your presentation just because you can generate the idea that could be applied for the test, for example, like, double tenses that you might be often see, right? I mean, you can see like from the test, especially for TOEIC test part 5 in complete sentence or even the present, text completion, right? So what you need to do is that you have to make sure that you can differentiate or make a difference of tenses, past form, present form, or future form, right? And you add more information about passive form, right? Just because it might be more common on the test. All right, congratulations for group 1 ปรบมือให้ตัวเองเลยครับทีนี้เพื่อนๆให้กำลังใจเพื่อนเลยพิมพ์คำว่า perfect เข้ามาครับพิมพ์เข้ามานะฮะ perfect ไปเลยนะฮะอุตส่าห์ให้เพื่อน present เป็นภาษาอังกฤษนะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาได้ แต่ชอบการแบบมีการแท็กทีมที่แบบว่าให้พิมพ์คำตอบเข้ามานะฮะ ดีมากๆเลยนะครับในส่วนของคอมเมนต์ก็คงไม่มีอะไรมากก็คือเดี๋ยวคิดว่าแท็กทีมได้ค่อนข้างดีนะครับแล้วก็ตัวคอนเทนต์ก็รู้สึกว่าก็คิดว่าน่าจะใช้ได้นะครับในส่วนของใครที่ยังไม่เคลียร์เรื่อง grammar ก็สามารถทบทวนได้แต่จริงๆแล้วเนี่ยตัวคอนเทนต์ทั้งหมดอาจารย์ทิ้งลิงก์ไว้ในPowerPoint presentation อยู่แล้วถ้าเกิดว่าเรามี question if some of you may have a question you can feel free to ask me but if you want to find for more information it would be better right because you can see lots of different differences of references when it comes to show something here โอเคนะครับถ้าเกิดว่ากลุ่มแรก present เสร็จแล้วฝากส่ง PowerPoint ที่เป็น PDF ไฟล์ลงไปใน LINE แล้วก็ทิ้งไปใน Google Classroom ด้วยนะครับ alright do you understand
อาจารย์ครับ paper ด้วยใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่ก็คือไปแนบไว้ในไฟล์เหมือนอาจารย์เพิ่ง create assignment ไปเมื่อกี้นะครับครับผมก็จะมี slide presentation แล้วก็ summary แค่นั้นเองนะครับไม่มีอะไรมากพร้อมหรือยัง perfect ค่ะ perfect เข้ามาให้กำลังใจเพื่อนนิดหนึ่งนะครับพอเราโดนคิวตัวเองเพื่อนจะได้พิมพ์คำว่า perfect ให้เราด้วยเนาะokay all right thank you so much for your presentation so now we're gonna move to my session here it's all about like class 3 for ECP or TOEIC preparation for all of you today so I think today class I just want to show you for some point of view to the test especially for a conversation test this session involved with how to make sure that you can understand spoken English, right? Especially when it comes to do the business and operation with people who use English for communication, right? So basically the test might be divided into 2 sections. The first one is that general conversation. So it doesn't, I think it doesn't, it might not be a problem for all of you just because it's all about like daily conversation. But for some part, you need to use active listening. It means that you need to carefully listen a bit just because it might have something that imply or you can see like if what you heard from the speaking test or conversation test might not be the same in the reading section, I mean the question type. So it means that you need to understand properly and then just match with the right answer. Hope you understand what I'm saying here, right? Okay, so for today's class, I'm going to cover for part 3 first, And then maybe second section, I'm going to move forward for all of you to study more about incomplete sentence part 5 together. Are you ready? Ready ไหมฮะ พิมพ์ ready ก่อนดีกว่านะครับต้องเช็คนะครับงานพิมพ์ก็ต้องมา ready กันเข้ามานะครับวันนี้เดี๋ยวจะทำคลาสนะครับคลาสที่3ก็คือ conversation นะครับแต่ว่าจะให้ดูทั้ง type script แล้วก็ฝึกฟังนะครับอาจจะไม่เชิงว่าเป็นการ test เขาเรียกว่า test practice ขนาดนั้นแต่ว่าให้ concept ให้เราดูว่าconversation prompt หรือว่าคนคุยเนี่ยมีทั้งหมดกี่คนนะครับอาจจะเล่นกับข้อสอบเก่าก่อนเพื่อดึงพื้นฐานให้เราทุกคนขึ้นแล้วก็จากนั้นเนี่ยวีคหน้าไปก็จะเอาข้อสอบจริงหรือข้อสอบที่เป็น 2021 เนี่ยมา apply เพิ่มนะครับอันนี้ think about it ขอ move ไปก่อนและกันเดี๋ยวน่าจะไม่มีอะไรนี่คือเป็นแค่ prediction งั้นถ้าพร้อมแล้วจะให้ไปฟังไหมครับอันนี้คือฟังง่ายๆก่อนฟังชิลๆฟังเพลินๆไปก่อนนะครับโอเคเดี๋ยวขอเช็คเสียงกันนะมันก็จะมี tape script ให้เรานะครับแต่ว่าหน้าที่ของเราคืออาจารย์อยากให้ฝึกหูแล้วก็พยายามอ่านด้วยนะครับว่าสิ่งที่ได้ยินกับสิ่งที่อ่านเนี่ยมันตรงกันหรือเปล่านะเดี๋ยวขอเช็คเสียงก่อนนะครับทุกคนถ้าเคลียร์ให้พิมพ์คำว่าเคลียร์นะครับ
I was told she was
เคลียร์ไหมเคลียร์เนาะright clear นะ crystal clear ไปเลย one two three go อันนี้เนี่ยจะมีทั้ง tape script ด้วยแล้วก็ฝึกฟังไปก่อนนะ one two three go
Questions 41 through 43 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Kathy. Have you seen Linda, our new computer technician? I was told she was transferred from our London branch.
No, I didn't see her, Kyle. But Jeff said she is still in the training program at our headquarters located in New York. She won't start working with us until next Tuesday.
Oh, I can't wait to see her. We have been understaffed since Ted retired last month. I'm sure that she will be a big help to our team.
That's right. I'm supposed to pick her up at the airport on Tuesday. I'll introduce her to you as soon as she gets to our office.
Number 41. Who are the speakers talking about? Number 42. Where most likely is Linda now? Number 43. What does Kathy say she will do on Tuesday? Questions 44 through 46 refer to the following conversation.
Tom, I was relocated to our Seattle branch office last week, but there are not enough chairs we can use here. Do you happen to know a good place to buy them at a reasonable price?
There is an office furniture store 5th Street. It's situated between the Central Bus Station and Kiko Gas Station. It's called Super Office Furniture. It offers a wide variety of quality office chairs. You won't be disappointed. As it closes at 6, you need to hurry if you want to buy one today.
I think I should leave now. There's just 30 minutes left before it closes. As I'm not familiar with the area, I'd better take a taxi.
You don't have to, Jane. It is just a 10-minute walk from here. Follow me, and I can walk you there. Number 44. What time is the conversation taking place? Number 45. Why should Jane leave now? Number 46. How will the woman get to the shop? Questions 47 through 49 refer to the following conversation.
I don't understand why the shuttle bus isn't here yet. It's already 2:20. I really don't want to miss the first part of the World Trade Convention.
Neither do I. I heard the opening ceremony is pretty much a must-see for everyone. Also, Ms. Watson's opening address is something that I don't want to miss. That's why I want to be there in time.
According to the bus schedule, it should have been here 20 minutes ago. I guess it bypassed this stop. The opening ceremony commences at 3 p.m. Let us hurry or we'll be late. Why don't we take a taxi?
That's a good idea. Wait a moment. Let me go back to the front desk and ask them to call a taxi for us.
Number 47. Where is the conversation taking place? Number 48. According to the conversation, what time is the event scheduled to begin? Number 49. How will the speakers probably get to the venue? Questions 50 through 52 refer to the following conversation.
I'd like to buy this pink blouse. How much is it? You take credit, right?
Sorry, we only accept either cash or check. Let me look at the price tag. Oh, that will be $120.
Well, I have only $100 bill in my purse, so I need $20 more in cash. Is there an ATM in this shopping mall? If you can hold this blouse for a moment, I'll go and withdraw some money from the machine.
There is one next to the main gate on the first floor. Don't worry, I won't sell it to anyone until you come back. Number 50. Where does this conversation take place? Number 51. What does the woman want the man to do? Number 52. What will the woman probably do next? Questions 53 through 55 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Kevin. How was your business trip to New York last week? I heard you were attending the International Marketing Seminar.
Yes, I had a great time there. Everyone said it was quite informative. What attracted me most was Mr. Johnson's presentation. It was about the latest marketing strategies and skills that I'm interested in. He emphasized the importance of focusing on online marketing. Now I think I've got some ideas about how to expand our business in Europe.
Great. I'm very interested in various online marketing strategies too. Why don't you share your ideas with us at our staff meeting scheduled this afternoon?
Sure, why not? Let me get my assistant to organize all my information from the seminar. By the way, the meeting starts at 3, right? Number 53. What did the man do last week? Number 54. Who most likely is Mr. Johnson? Number 55. What do the speakers have in common? Questions 56 through 58 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, Greg. Have you made your train reservation for the North American International Motor Show in Detroit on Tuesday? I'm planning to take the overnight train on Monday night. It's going to be a long trip, so I was wondering if you want to travel with me.
Actually, I'm thinking of renting a car, and I decided to leave earlier on Saturday to have some spare time to tour the city by myself before the exhibition starts.
Really? It's a long way to drive. I think you should take breaks more frequently to relieve fatigue while you're behind the wheel.
Thanks for your advice, Janet. Maybe you should come with me. Wouldn't it be great if we took turns driving? I'm sure it would be fun. Number 56. What will the speakers do in Detroit? Number 57. What does Janet recommend the man do? Number 58. When will the speakers most likely leave for Detroit together? Questions 59 through 61 refer to the following conversation.
Hi, my husband and I just checked in. We've been assigned the double suite on the second floor, but we just realized that it is a smoking room. Would it be possible to change it to a non-smoking room?
Let me see what I can do for you. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, my name is Sarah Smith. My current room number is 203.
I'm sorry, there are no non-smoking rooms available today. However, I think I can give you a room with a fantastic ocean view on the top floor tomorrow. Of course, it's smoke-free. How does that sound?
Number 59. Where is the conversation taking place? Number 60. What does Sarah request? Number 61. What does the man say? Questions 62 through 64 refer to the following conversation. Sally, has the shipment of X101 printers arrived at our warehouse yet? Our holiday sales will start tomorrow, so I'd like to get them displayed by the end of the day.
They are on the way, Mr. Ford. I called the manufacturing plant a minute ago, and George said they shipped them on Monday. He thinks the truck should be here at the latest this afternoon.
I don't want them to get here too late. If they arrive here after 6, we have no choice but to work overtime again. By the way, don't you think we should display these laptops by the entrance to get even more attention from potential customers?
That's a brilliant idea. I'll tell other store employees what you just said.
Number 62. Where do the speakers work? Number 63. What are the speakers waiting for? Number 64. What should the speakers do if the products arrive too late? Questions 65 through 67 refer to the following conversation.
Philip, are you free this afternoon? The product design team is scheduled to make a presentation about our new mobile phone at 3 p.m. I know you're quite busy because you just got transferred here, but it will really help you settle in here if you attended. Not only can you learn about the new features of the new product, but also you'll be able to get to know everyone on the design team.
That sounds good. I think I can squeeze it into my schedule. Where will it be held?
It will take place in our main conference room on the 5th floor in Enterprise's East Wing. It's just a 5-minute walk from your office. If you'd like, I'll walk you over there.
I'd appreciate it. I'm still a stranger here. I'll stop by your office 10 minutes before the presentation begins.
Number 65. What is the presentation about? Number 66. Why does the woman suggest the man attend the presentation? Number 67. What time does the man say he will drop by the woman's office? Questions 68 through 70 refer to the following conversation.
Mr. Jackson, I'm calling regarding the ongoing construction of your franchise store on Main Street. Due to the rainstorm last week, we've fallen a little behind schedule. I'm afraid we won't have it done by the due date stipulated on the contract after all.
Oh, that's something that I didn't expect to happen. The problem is that we already arranged our grand opening ceremony on the date specified in our contract.
I'm sorry to hear that. Aside from the bad weather, we needed to order more marble to case the walls with, but the supplier said it was currently out of stock. I think we need at least a couple of extra weeks.
Then why don't you send me an email attached with the revised schedule right away? I have to let my supervisor know about the schedule change so that we can reschedule the grand opening in an appropriate way.
Number 68. What is the main topic of the conversation? Number 69. What is the man concerned about? Number 70. What does the man ask the woman to do? Questions 71 through 73 refer to the following telephone message.
Okay. All right นะครับเป็นอย่างไรบ้างก็คร่าวๆนะครับอันนี้อาจจะเป็นเอาข้อสอบเก่ามาก่อนแต่ว่าเดี๋ยวเราจะมานั่งเช็คเฉลยด้วยกันนะครับทุกคนเดี๋ยวให้คนเนี่ยแต่ละคนต้องสแตนบายนะช่วยๆกันเรียนนะครับก็คืออาจารย์จะขอให้ทุกคนสแตนบาย5คนนะครับอย่างเช่นเดี๋ยวเราจะมานั่งทำนะครับ5คนที่ทำอะไรบ้าง41ถึง43เนี่ยคนแรกต้องเป็นคนพูด wording ของ male female ไปแล้ว2ถูกไหมแล้วก็อีก3คนช่วยเฉลยว่าทำไมถึงตอบข้อไหนข้อนั้นเดี๋ยวขอสแตนบาย5คนเดี๋ยวตอนนี้ไปเบรกก่อนดีไหมใครอยากเบรกให้พิมพ์1เข้ามาครับผมเบรกไหมเบรก15นาทีนะครับโอเคงั้นเจอกันอีกทีคือบ่าย2:45โอเคนะครับเดี๋ยวขอสแตนบาย5คนเลยนะเดี๋ยวจะได้รันคลาสให้จบเพราะว่าต้องเช็คความเข้าใจของอยู่ทั้งหลายโอเค let's go for break see you 55 all right นะฮะล่วงเลยเวลามาละนะครับใครยังอยู่บ้างยกมือขึ้นมาได้นะครับเฮ้ยมีคนยกมือแล้วเนี่ย7 คนถูกไหมแสดงว่าพร้อมใช่ไหมขอ5 คนก่อนนะ เอายกมือลงเฉยเนี่ยเอาคนที่มีอยู่นี่แหละเนี่ยยกมือได้ครับขอ5 คนเดี๋ยวเราจะทำlet's say มันจะไม่มีอะไรหรอกให้เราแบบตื่นนะครับตื่นเต้นนิดหน่อยนะครับ so what I want from you is that I just want to make sure that you get to the point from the conversation so I just want you to be volunteer here to do a participation together, right? Active participation. So, okay, so 5 members here, right? The first one would be you need to do, let's say, role play. It's not a role play. Let's say if you have to speak, right? Ask and then try to make a conversation for 1 and 2. And the person number 3, 4, and 5, you need to answer the question here. นะครับง่ายๆจ่อยๆครับผมมาแล้ว4ขออีกคนนึงครับนี่5 คนมาแล้ว stand by ไปเลยนะครับใครพร้อมแล้วเดี๋ยวใครจะเป็นคนพูด conversation ฝั่งซ้ายมือ2 คนนะครับแล้วก็ตอบคำถามอีก3 คนโอเคมาเดี๋ยวเราเรียกชื่อดีกว่านะครับอารยาsorry 652โอเคงั้นหนู conversation เนาะจะได้ไม่ต้องตอบคำถามหรือว่าจะตอบคำถามให้เลือกก่อน
ก็ได้ค่ะอาจารย์
โอเคงั้นก็จะเป็นผู้ชายผู้หญิงเดย์เดี๋ยวนะเลือกมาแล้วกันนะครับก็คือเป็นthe first one you need to read the conversation here right dialogue right 1 and 2ก็ switch กันไปนะครับเราก็อ่านตัวสมมติว่าเราเลือก M ก็อ่านแค่นั้นแล้วก็ W M W right แล้วก็41 2 3โอเคนะครับงั้นอารยาเป็น male แล้วกันนะครับ so you're a man here a man here right switch ได้แล้วก็ราชพฤกษ์อยู่ไหมฮะเห็นยกมืออยู่ say home say hi โอเคงั้นเป็น woman นะไม่เป็นไรนะครับเหมือนกันไม่ worry นะฮะส่วนคน41 42 43เดี๋ยวนะขอเช็คก่อนก็ไล่ตามนี้เลยแล้วกันนะครับก็จะเป็นพิมพิชา41โอเคนะแล้วก็การพิริยา090 42 and the last one for today would be the last one for this group would be Panitan ถูกไหม is that right I'm not really sure so just change just only your name and your ID student three number of your ID student okay ใครที่ยังไม่เปลี่ยนชื่อขอความร่วมมือเปลี่ยนชื่อเป็นชื่อเรานะครับ แล้วก็ ID student 3 ตัวหลังอาจจะได้เรียกง่ายขึ้น okay good thank you so much ถ้าพร้อมแล้ว 1 2 3 go
Hi Casey have you seen Linda our new computer technician I was told she was transferred from our London branch
No I didn't see her Kylie but Jeff said she is still in the training program to our headquarters located in New York. She won't start working with us until next Tuesday.
Oh, I can't wait to see her. We have been understaffed since Ted retired last month. I'm sure that she will be a big help to our team.
That's right. I'm supposed to pick her up at the airport on Tuesday. I'll introduce her to you as soon as she gets to our office.
Good 41ใครรับผิดชอบ41นะเมื่อกี้ จำไม่ได้แล้วไม่ได้ยินเสียง Can you hear me 1 2 3 goทำไมเปิดแล้วโอเคมาแล้วเสียงมาแล้วครับโอเค good 1 2 3 go
Who are the speakers talking about? I would answer a new coworker.
Just because
I think because the word transfer from our London branch.
So actually, when it comes to let's say understand the conversation, right? So we need to listen for all the specific information. So basically, you need to listen from men and women. Is that right? A man and a guy or a girl that they are talking about. So there is the main topic of the conversation is very important just because you need to understand first and then try to predict or imagine that who they are speaking. Okay, so 41 would go for the dog and Nico. Very good. Thank you so much. Okay, next one, 42.
Next one, where most likely is Linda now. So Linda is new coworker, and I think the answer is B, New York, because the woman said that Jeff said she is still in the training program at our headquarters located in New York. So I think that the answer would be New York.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so here it's all about like specific information that you have to carefully listen a bit, just because maybe the choices might be the answer that you are hearing with that. I mean, when you heard something, right, they may the conversation may talk about London, New York, Toronto, or LA, but we need to specify the right word and the right context. Okay, so this one, it might be a little bit tricky. So I just want all of you that you have to listen carefully for this question. Okay, next one, 43.
So in 43, what does Katie say she will do on Tuesday? So about this question, it is specified in the last conversation that woman said to pick her up at the airport on Tuesday. So I think it is a give Linda a ride is an answer for this question.
Okay, thank you so much. So for question number 43, you can see like the question may rank from easy, medium, and then a difficult. So I would say that for some question that need you to understand the real conversation is all about the question that asks with when and why. I'm sorry, it's not when and why and how, or something that require reasons. So basically for question 43, right? So you can see like all of choices might have the things that you can listen from the conversation. I would say that maybe they're going to have like a possible answer for 2 or 3 or more. But what you need to listen is that just listen for specific information and you can get into it. All right, thank you so much. ยกมือลงเลยครับ ขอคิวถัดไปครับ 5 คนต่อมา ทุกคนต้องทำ participation นะครับ ไม่งั้นไม่ move โอเคไหมนะครับมาเลยยกมือเลยครับผม5 คนนะครับเป็นเซตไปนะหมุนไปเรื่อยๆเดี๋ยวนะแป๊บหนึ่ง41 ถึง 43นี่ไงมาละ alright มาแล้ว2ครับผมขออีก3 คนครับใครที่ present ไปแล้วหรือว่าพูดไปแล้ว say yes ก่อนเลยครับจะได้แบบ category คนแบบ done for that okay
พูดของอ่านอันนี้หรือว่าพูดแบบ present ตะกี้ค่ะ
ไม่หมายถึงว่า5 คนนี้ครับ present ก็คือได้คะแนนไปละ20 เต็มไม่ต้องยุ่งกับคน present ละอันนี้คือparticipation 5 คนแรกเมื่อกี้ครับผมโอเคมาแล้ว2ครับผมรอนะฮะรอ just waiting for you 3 students leftรอเพื่อนนะครับเราต้องใจเย็นๆนะออนไลน์มันอาจจะช้าได้นะครับเน็ตไม่ถึง weak internet connection I don't know รอให้ครบ 5 ก่อนนะงั้นขอล็อกไว้เลยนะครับจิตที่ว่า064เป็น woman โอเคแล้วก็ระดา105เป็น men and women โอเคขอ3 คนครับผมนี่ไงพอขอ3เป็น6เฉยโอเคงั้นขอคิวเป็นพรชิตา612 44 okay 44 right and then Pon Pawi is that Pon Pawi I'm not really sure yeah 071 right 071ของเราก็คือ 45 and the last one for for this would be 616 นะครับ Patcherin 46 so ธนวัฒน์sorry ตะวันรัตน์เดี๋ยวขอคิวถัดไปแล้วกันนะครับ okay so everyone ready right yes 1 2 3 go
Tom, I was relocated to our Seattle branch office last week, but there are not enough chairs we can use. Do you happen to know a good place to buy them at a reasonable price?
There's an office furniture store on 5th Street. It's situated between the Central Bus Station and the Keiko gas station. It's called Super Office Furniture. It offers a wide variety of quality office chairs. You won't be disappointed. As it closes at 6, you need to hurry if you want to buy one today.
I think I should leave now. There's just 30 minutes left before it closed. As I'm not familiar.
You don't have to, Jane. 46. It is just a 10-minute walk from here. Follow me and I can walk you there.
Okay, so 44.
My answer would be B, 5:30.
5:30, right? Just because you can listen, right? Which one that you can listen here? It would be like before. There's just 30 minutes before it closes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, right, for question 44, so you can see that the specified time here might be really close to each other. I mean, 5 and 10, 5:30, 6 and 6 and 10. So what you need to listen is that you need to listen a time frame. For example, 30 minutes left, 30 minutes after, or some kind of time phrase, all right, phrase of time, right? So what we have to understand is that we need to listen for specific information here. Okay, 45.
Yes. Okay, my answer is A. The shop will close soon.
Why?
Because from the sentence, as it closed at 6, you need to hurry. And the woman answered, there just 30 minutes, so she needs to hurry to go to the shop before it's closed.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. Right. So this question asks you about the reason why. So there are possibility of a reason would be like a positive reason or even negative reason. But anyway, you have to listen the context first, just because if you understand the reason here, what is happen next for that conversation, so you can choose the right answer here. But anyway, just listen carefully first. This is the first one, just because I think like for the listening prompt, they're gonna they're gonna talk with normal pace, but it might be rushed too, I guess. Okay, so next one, 46.
Yes, 46. How did the woman get to the shop? My answer is C-cat, because in the last conversation, the man say, you don't have to take a taxi. It's just a 10-minute walk from here. So C-cat is the answer, on foot by walking.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Here, the question is not that hard for question 46, right? So you can see like this is the means of transportation. For example, like by bus, by subway, but on foot or by car. But as I mentioned earlier, so you can hear something like walk from here, walking, running, things like that. But anyway, when you see the answer, you need to see this some meaning or vocabulary in that context or synonym, right? So you can say like walking, it means on foot here. All right, thank you so much. Okay ครับ say yes ให้หมดเลยครับคนที่ยกมือขอคิวถัดไปครับผม5 คนถัดมาเหลืออีก1 คนครับ มาฮะเรื่อยๆนะครับเรื่อยๆตอนนี้มีพร Pornpavi. Is that right? Pornpavi 071 ขอเป็น woman นะ and then
Oh, I'm sorry, teacher. I forget to.
you done it already, right? Just say
Yes.
okay. เพราะฉะนั้น I'm sorry. Okay. So now we got Punapat. Is that right? 100 her woman.
Panapat.
Panapat. I'm sorry. Panapat. And then Tanya Walan. Is that right? Tanya Walan.
Yes.
Okay. So you are a man, a guy here, woman and man, right? And then what is that? Sujina, question number 47, okay? And then Chitrin, question number 48, and the last one for this group would be Montira 49. Okay, if you guys ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
I don't understand why the shuttle bus isn't here yet. It's already 2:20. I really don't want to miss the first part of the World Trade Convention.
Neither do I. I heard the opening ceremony is pretty much a must-see for everyone. Also, Mr. Watson opening address is something that I don't want to miss. That's why I want to be there in time.
According to the bus schedule, it should have been here 20 minutes ago. I guess it bypassed this stop. The opening ceremony commences at 3 p.m. Let us hurry or we'll be late. Why don't we take a taxi?
That's a good idea. Wait a moment. Let me go back to the fundraise and ask them to call a taxi for us.
All right, good. So 47 now.ไม่ได้ยินเสียงต้องเช็คนะครับแต่ไม่เปิดอยู่ I need this is that like the internet connection. I'm sorry. ทุกคนได้ยินเสียงปะหรือว่าอาจารย์โดโดไม่ได้ยินเสียงคนเดียว
ไม่ได้ยินค่ะ
ไม่ได้ยิน
มาแล้วได้ยินหรือยังหรือว่าได้ยินไม่แน่ใจขอ skip ไปก่อนเลยกันนะครับ
ไม่ได้ยินค่ะ
ขอ skip ไปก่อนเลยกันโทษทีนะ I'm sorry 642นะครับ freeze ไปก่อนนะครับขอเป็น065ก่อนนะครับ48 here
Yeah.
Okay.
According to the conversation, what time is the event scheduled to begin? The answer would be the C in 40 minutes because it said in the beginning of the conversation that it's now 2:20. And then in the conversation 3, they said that the opening ceremony commenced at 3 p.m. So the answer would be C in 40 minutes.
Okay, so this one would be like you need to listen for specific detail and information. So I would suggest that you need to listen for a time, right? So basically in a conversation, I mean, let's say like they're going to talk with lots of information about time phrases. For example, like 30 minutes, 1 hour, next day, blah, 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 right? So you need to separate or, pick up just only the main point here. Good. Next one, call. เดี๋ยวนะแป๊บหนึ่งนะครับใครนะที่ดูข้อ49 49ครับผม
หนูค่ะ
all right 1 2 3 go.
The answer is C, because the women suggest that they should take a taxi for going to the venue. So then the man agree with her. So yes, they probably get to the venue by cab.
All right, good. So this conversation, it might be similar with similar to the previous conversation, right? So the terms of question type would be the same, right? By bus, subway, cab, and food. So just things about like you need to listen just only for specific information and try to identify the WH question. For example, like what, when, where, why, or how. That's it. ไม่เป็นไรครับก็สุจินนาเดี๋ยวค่อย ขอสกิปไปก่อนเลยกันนะครับน่าจะมีปัญหาเรื่อง technical term นะครับทุกคนที่พูดแล้ว say yes ไปก่อนเลยกันนะครับแล้วก็ยกมือลงด้วยนะครับขอคิวถัดไปนะครับ5 คนถัดมา All right, so we're gonna have like 50 and 52. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, fantastic, good. Okay, so the first one would be Tanya Wallan, is that right? Okay, you are woman here. And then Vitla 1634, men here.
หนูลืมเอามือลงค่ะ
ไม่เป็นไร เอาใหม่นะ so next round would be Vitla 1634, you are woman here, okay, and then Yanika, you are men here, okay, you are man here, right, and then Supichaya, number 50, okay, and then Palida, number 51, and the last one would be Sharida, is that right? 092. 092 would be 52. Okay, if you guys ready, 1, 2, 3, go.
I'd like to buy this pink blouse. How much is it? You take credit cards, right?
Sorry, we only accept either cash or check. Let me look at the price tag. Oh, that'll be $120.
Well, I have only a $100 bill in my purse, so I need $20 more in cash. Is there an ATM in this shopping mall? If you can hold this blouse for a moment, I'll go withdraw some money from the machine.
There is one next to the main gate on the first floor. Don't worry, I won't sell it to anyone until you come back.
All right, so number 50.
Okay, number 50, where does the conversation take place? I think the answer is B, at a clothing store. We can see from the conversation that the woman say, I would like to buy this pink blouse. How much is it? So I think they are at a clothing store.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, so it's been clear already. I would say that for some question, right, it might not be hard, but you need to understand the context. So it means that you need to interpret or make your own understanding what you're hearing from the conversation. So here it would be like at the closing store. It's not that hard. Okay, number 51.
What does the woman want the man to do? I answered C, reserve the item before she returns. As the woman said that, if you can hold this blouse for a moment, I'll go and withdraw some money from the machine. And the man replied that there is one next to the man. Oh, no, sorry. And the man replied that, don't worry, I won't sell it to anyone until you come back. So I think C is an answer for this one.
All right, thank you so much for question number 51. So you can see like, you need to understand the conversation first, just because it implies something behind. I mean, okay, let's say like, you can listen from the two speakers talking about something in general, but when it comes to the details, you need to understand what they are talking about. So it's called about, I would say that it can be called inferences, or inferences meaning from listening drill here. Okay, number 52.
Yes, number 52. What will the woman probably do next? For this question, I answered get some money, because she asked, is there an ATM machine in the shopping mall? And then she said, I'll go and withdraw some money from the machine. So I probably think you will probably get some money.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, good. So for question number 52, as you can see, like what will happen next? So it means that we need to understand the action plan from that conversation first. So here, if you carefully listen, you can understand that the woman, wants to buy this thing so much, so bad. So they're gonna do something in order to get it. That's it. Okay, good. say yes ดีกว่าครับ ข 5 คนนี้ไป say yes เลยนะครับ stand by 5 คนถัดมาครับผมยกมือขึ้นมาเลย เรียนไม่ต้องเยอะนะครับแต่ว่าเน้นเป๊ะแล้วก็ถูกทุกข้อนั่นเองนะ 53 to 55 มาแล้ว2นะครับท่านตะวันรัตน์ 07070 would be woman here ตะวันรัตน์นะครับมัน สุจินนาโอเค
อันนี้อาจารย์ได้ยินหนูหรือยังคะ
ได้ยินครับมาแล้วใช่ไหมดีมากตอนนี้คือเคลียร์มากเลยนะ crystal clear เลยนะครับโอเคสุจินนาขอเป็น men นะ alright women and men ไปแล้ว2ครับขอ3 คนครับผมอีก3 คนยกมือขึ้นมาเลยเดี๋ยวรอเพื่อนยกมือก่อนนะ 2 คนนี้พร้อมหรือยังมาแล้วนะครับดวงกมลนะครับ so you're responsible for question 53 it's okay and then ขออีก2 คนครับนะครับบางคนซักผ้าอยู่ไม่ว่างไม่เป็นไรเดี๋ยวขอคิวถัดไป เดี๋ยวมันไม่ครบนะครับอีก2 คน2 คิวละจะได้เลิก4 โมงหรือว่าเลิก4 โมงครึ่งเดี๋ยวมันไม่เสร็จต้อง4 ครึ่งแน่เลยวันนี้เพราะว่าต้องมีมาแล้วนะครับอีกคนหนึ่งเป็นสิทธิพรนะครับ639 so you're responsible for question number 54 okay and the last one for today the last one for this section one two three อันนี้รอเพื่อนเราต้องใจเย็นๆนะเราเรียนออนไลน์นะนี่ไง ผมมาปุ๊บมาเยอะเลยขอคิวที่ยกมือที่เห็นอยู่นะฮะน่าจะเป็นพัชรนัท is that right okay so you're responsible for question 55 here okay if you guys ready 1 2 3 go
Hi, Kevin. How was your business trip to New York last week? I heard you were attending the International Marketing Seminar.
Yes, I had a great time there. Everyone said it was quite informative. What attracted me most was Mr. Johnson's presentation. I was about the latest marketing strategies and skills that I'm interested in. He emphasized the importance of focusing on online marketing. Now, I think I've got some ideas about how to expand our business in Europe.
Great! I'm very excited in various online marketing strategies too. Why don't you share your idea with us at our staff meeting scheduled this afternoon?
Sure, why not? Let me get my assistant to organize all my information from the seminar. By the way, the meeting starts at 3, right?
All right, thank you so much. Okay, question 53.
What did the man do last week? My answer is Choice attended an international market meeting because from the conversation, the woman said, I heard you were attending the international marketing seminar.
Yes. All right. So for this question number 53, so you can see like what did the man do? It means that the reason why, right? So the reason why might not be asked with the why or give a reason, so you can understand from the the question type properly. So here the situation take place that they are going to do. What is that? Attend an international meeting or international conference. That's it. Good. Thank you so much. Next one, 54.
Okay, who most likely is Mr. Johnson? And my answer is D, because man talking about marketing strategies and skill that he interested in Mr. Johnson's presentation. I think he is a marketing expert.
All right, good. Thank you so much for question number 54. So you can say who most likely, who would be like. I just mentioned earlier that you have to predict the answer with a position or even a career jobs that you are you understood from that conversation. All right. So it means here that the answer will go for a marketing expert, or let's say a person who do marketing strategy in that context. Okay, good. Next one, 55.
55. What do the speakers have in common? The answer is B. They are interested in marketing strategies, because in the paragraph, men and women say that they are interested in marketing strategy.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you so much. So for the question 55, you can say like you need to make sure that you understood the conversation properly, just because it implies something in that questions. Okay, so here once you understood from the conversation, like they are having something in common, that they're interested in the marketing strategy, things like that, right? They are talking about that, so it means that so you can choose the right answer here. So it's all about comprehension here. Thank you so much. Say yes เลยครับขอคิวถัดไปครับผม5 คนยกขึ้นมาเลยนะครับ คนที่ยกไปแล้วอย่าลืมเอาลงด้วยนะเดี๋ยวจะตีกันนะครับ56 ถึง 58 56 to 58. Okay, so now we have let me check first. Sittipon 639. So you have woman here. It's okay. And
Okay.
Then Ganopon. So you are men here. It's fine, right? And then next one would be Batamon. I'm sorry, I spelled your name wrong. Okay, and then 097. So you're responsible for question 56. And we've been waiting for 2 students left. นะขออีก 2 คนครับผมเข้ามาเลยเดี๋ยวไม่จบ 4 โมงนะโยนะฮะเดี๋ยวเราไปต้องไปเล่น TikTok ด้วยนะมาแล้ว90 Sharida, is that right? Sharida, so you're responsible for 57 here. Okay, 1 more left นะครับขออีกคนหนึ่งเดี๋ยวรอเพื่อนก่อนนะครับออนไลน์ Zoom นะ Google Meet Zoom นั่นเองอันนี้เป็นการเช็คนะครับว่า understand to the text นะแล้วก็แบบ make sure ว่าจริงๆแล้วมันไม่ได้ยากเนาะแต่ว่าเราทำกิจกรรมให้มันดูยากเฉยๆขออีกคิวนึงครับมีไหมเราต้องลากเพื่อนมาละใครดี Say yes, say yes, say yes. อย่าลืมไป say yes ด้วยนะครับใครที่พูดไปแล้วนะครับ yes ไปก่อนของเรามี yes no okay แค่นั้นนะครับเดี๋ยวเราต้องมานั่ง come up ด้วย adjective positive adjective ให้พวกอยู่นะครับเพราะว่าพอเรา present เสร็จปุ๊บวันนี้ได้ไปแล้วคือ perfect นะครับก็จะมีคำว่า excellent นะครับมาแล้วป่ะยังนะครับอีกคนสุดท้ายคือGanchapon, so you're responsible for 58 here. All right, everyone ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi, Greg. Have you made your train reservation for the North American International Motor Show in Detroit on Tuesday? I'm planning to take the overnight train on Monday night. It's going to be a long trip, so I was wondering if you want to travel with
Actually, I'm thinking of renting a car, and I decided to leave earlier on Saturday to have some spare time to tour the city by myself before the exhibition starts.
Really? It's a long way to drive. I think you should take a break more frequently to relieve your fatigue while you're behind the wheel.
Thanks for your advice, Bennett. Maybe you should come with me. Wouldn't it be great if we took turns driving? I'm sure it would be fun.
All right, good. Okay, so question number 56.
Question number 56. What will the speakers do in Detroit? I will answer choice B because they will go to the motor show in Detroit.
All right, just because what will the speaker do next here? So let's say it considers that you need to understand what they are talking about or what they will be doing. All right, so it means that the answer must go with the purpose of the conversation. Good, thank you so much. Next one, 57.
57. What does Janet recommend a man do? I answered D, take rest often while driving because she says, really, it's a long drive. I think you should take breaks more frequently to relieve fatigue while you're behind the wheel.
All right, thank you so much. So for this question number 57, so you can see like what does. So it means that it implies something, right? So once you're hearing something on a conversation, so you need to pick up in your mind that you need to memorize the same meaning, I would say like that. So let's say the same meaning, but a different word in English might be crucial, might be advantage for all of you that you can pick up the right answer here. So question number 57, you can see like take a rest. It means that if once you're fatigued or exhausted from something, so you need to take a rest. That's it. Okay, good. So 58.
For number 58, the question is when will the speakers most likely leave for Detroit together? And the answer is D, on Saturday, because the man, he invited Janet to come with him, so they will leave on Saturday together.
All right, so here the answer might go for something specified in the conversation, right? So listen for a keyword. It would be advantage for all of you. Good. Thank you so much. ขอบคุณครับไป say yes เลยนะฮะ say yes say yes okay ขออีก5คนครับเริ่มรันไปเรื่อยๆเดี๋ยวเราทำ vocab ปุ๊บกลับบ้านเลยนะครับแต่ต้องจบไอ้ conversation นี้ก่อนสักครู่นะอยู่ป้าแม้59 to 61มาแล้วหนึ่งนะครับคือใช่เปล่า โอเคนะครับกันชพร you are woman here อริสาใช่ไหมอริสา650 so you are men here นะครับ woman and men แล้วก็
อาจารย์คะกันเฉพาะลืมเอามือลงค่ะเมื่อกี้ขออภัยค่ะ
I'm sorry สรุปคนคิวใหม่แล้วใช่ไหมเอาใหม่นะครับอริสาเป็น woman okay so you are woman here and then Pacharapa, is that right? Pacharapa would be a man here. Yep. And then Sasiwali, you're responsible for 59. Okay. Next one, Panumat, you're responsible for 60. All right. And then Gitchalia, am I correct? Responsible for 61. All right, good. Thank you so much. 1, 2, 3, go.
Hi, my husband and I just checked in. We've been assigned a double suite on the second floor, but we just realized that it did a smoking room. Would it be possible to change it to a non-smoking room?
Let me see what I can do for you. Can I have your name, please?
Yes, my name is Sarah Smith. My current room number is
2 or 3. I'm sorry, there are no non-smoking rooms available today. However, I can give you a room with a fantastic ocean view on the top floor tomorrow. Of course, it's smoke-free. How does that sound?
All right, so the question 59.
Yes, teacher.
Uh-huh.
Where is the conversation taking place? My answer is C, at a hotel, because they talk about the room, a non-smoking room or a room number.
All right, good.
And a fantastic room. Yes.
Okay, good. So for question number 59, right? As you can see, like where, right? So the question asks the location or where is take place or where is the conversation is about, things like that. Okay, so what you need to listen is that you need to understand the way they speak, the content, the storyline that they are talking about first, and then just choose the right answer here. For example, like at what is that, the hotel, just because we can listen for some word, for example, rooms, right? Non-smoking rooms, things like that. So this kind of thing that you can understand is let's say it is very important to be a hotel from detail, right? Okay, good. Thank you so much. Next one, 50. I'm sorry, 60.
What does yours request? A room change.
Just because this is the reason why, right? The reason why that they want to do something together. So you need to listen for a reason. Next one, 61.
What does the man say? My answer is B. Miss Smith had to stay in a smoking room tonight because the man said there are no non-smoking rooms available today. So that means she had to stay at smoking room tonight, and tomorrow she will be in non-smoking room.
Right, good. So this one would be like the action or what is going to do next. So actually for the TOEIC test, especially for a conversation, you need to understand what will happen next from that conversation wall or any action plan that they are going to solve if they're going to have a problem with that, things like that. Okay ครับไป say yes ดีกว่าถ้าอย่างนั้นเอามือลงด้วยนะเดี๋ยวมันจะมีปัญหา ใกล้จบแล้วนะครับเราต้องเรียบเรียนนิดหนึ่งสักครู่นะยูอันนี้เป็นการ clarify ให้ทุกคน get to the point นิดหนึ่งนะเพราะว่า conversation นี่ต้องเน้นหน่อยยังไม่ยากตัวนี้เดี๋ยวเจอตัวยากแล้วจะแฮปปี้กว่านี้ alright มาแล้วหนึ่งนะครับสสิวลี is that right so you are a man ไม่ใช่นะครับ
หนูลืมเอามือค่ะ
ไม่เป็นไรครับขอ5 คนครับผมจะได้ practice speaking ด้วยนะครับอาจารย์พยายาม integrate นะครับจริงๆแล้วเนี่ยสอนข้อสอบสอนภาษาไทยก็ได้ แต่ด้วยความที่แบบว่า major ของเราคือภาษาอังกฤษก็อาจจะต้อง switch เป็น English conversation นั่นเองนะครับมาแล้วหนึ่งนะครับเพชรราภา responsible for a man here นะครับขออีก4นะครับเดี๋ยวรอเพื่อนก่อนมหยานิกานะยานิกาyou're responsible for women here for this conversation alright 3 คนครับผมเข้ามาเลยจะจบแล้วมันเหลืออีกกี่หน้า62ถึง65 67 70ปิดครับผมอีก2คิวนะครับ let's say ว่าอีก10 คนนั่นเอง10 กว่าคนเฮ้ยแต่ว่าเมมเบอร์วันนี้เหลือแค่50 กว่าคนนะครับเอาคนเก่าก็ได้ไหมคลาสมันจะได้รันไป ง่ายๆหมายถึงว่าคนที่พูดแล้วอยากพูดต่อพูดใหม่เลยแล้วกันนะดีกว่าเยอะนะครับ alright นะเพราะฉะนั้นไม่เป็นไรครับมันเป็น participation เบาๆเฉยๆนะครับก็มาแล้ว Arya responsible for question 62 and then Sithiporn responsible for question 63 and the last one would be Ganok. Is that right? Okay, so you're responsible for 64 here. 1, 2, 3, go.
Sally, has the shipment of X11 printers arrived at our warehouse yet? Our holiday sales will start tomorrow, so I'd like get them displayed by the end of the day.
They're on the way, Mr. Ford. I called the manufacturing plant a minute ago, and George said they shipped them on Monday. He thinks the truck should be here at the latest this afternoon.
I don't want them to get here too late. If they arrive here after 6, we have no choice but to work overtime again. By the way, don't you think we should display these laptops by the entrance to get even more attention from potential customers?
That's a brilliant idea. I'll tell other store employees what you just said.
All right, good. Thank you so much. So question number 62. 62.
Okay, so the questions ask where do the speakers work? So I think the keyword from the conversation is like printers, holiday sales, or get them display. So I think they are at an electronics store.
Good. So the question here, so it needs you to understand some specific vocabulary in that context, right? So actually where may specify for location here, but you need to differentiate the choices here. Just because I would say that some choices might be nearly the same. So what you need to do is that you need to come up with a conclusion that you can combine every vocabulary and then try to guess where is the place that is going to be the answer. Good, thank you so much. Next one, 63.
Okay, number 63. What are the speaker waiting for? I think the speaker waiting for a printer because the man says in the first conversation.
So you'd go for the printer, right? So you can see like the answer might be similarity. I mean, the same category. So what you need to pick up the right answer. It means that you need to understand the context properly once you choose the answer. I think it's not that hard, but it might be a little bit tricky. So you need to be careful when it comes to do the test, okay? Need to be careful, right? Next one, 64.
What should the speakers do if the products arrive too late? I'm not sure if it's C or D, but I think it is D. They should work late tonight.
So this one, the question here asks you to understand, right? The action or the, let's say the consequences, or even the, right, things that happen next to do so, or what they are gonna do after that, okay? So the answer would be D. The answer you can see from the bottom here. So the answer, but I just want to make sure that everyone can, explain properly. That's all. ทั้งหมดนะครับพิมพ์ say yes เลยน่าจะอีก2คิวนะเนี่ย64ยกมือขึ้นมาเลยนะครับใครพร้อมเดี๋ยวเราจะได้เลิก4 โมงเย็นนะครับหรือถ้าเกิดว่าเรา prefer 4 ครึ่งก็อาจต้องรอเพื่อนจอยๆนะครับมาฮะอันนี้คืออาจารย์รีบนะครับโทษทีคือเปลี่ยนสไลด์เร็วไป67ครับผมว่า 65 to 67มีแล้ว3คนนะครับกันใช่ไหมถูกปะ alright มีกันนกนบไม่ใช่ลืมเอาลงนะครับไม่เป็นไร วิลาวันยังอยู่นะวิลาวันเป็น woman แล้วก็พัชริน616เป็น a man here okay เหลืออีก3 คนครับผม นี่อารยานะครับ also you're responsible for 65นะครับใครอยากกลับบ้านหรือว่าเลิกคลาสเร็วนะครับรีบๆเลยนะครับคนเก่าก็ได้นะให้คลาสมันรันไปเฉยมาเลย okay Rina right 66 and the last one for todayไม่ยากครับคำตอบมีอยู่แล้วนะสุดท้ายคืออะไรเดย์นี่ไงมาแล้วนะครับคนคิวสุดท้ายขอเป็น Tanya Ton right 67 okay good 1 2 3 go
Philip, are you free this afternoon? The product design team is scheduled to make a presentation about a new mobile phone at 3 p.m. I know you're quite busy because you just got transferred here, but it will really help you to settle in here if you attended. Not only can you learn about the new features of the new product, but also you will be able to get to know everyone on the design team.
That sounds good. I think I can squeeze it into my schedule. Where will it be held?
It will take place in our main conference room on the 5th floor in the Enterprises East Wing. It's just a 5-minute walk from your office if you'd like. I'll walk you over there.
I appreciate it. I'm still a stranger here. I stopped by your office 10 minutes before the presentation begins.
All right, good. Next one, 65.
Okay, so 65 asks what is the presentation about, right? So I have to look for the keyword from the conversation, which is the sentence that say the product design team is scheduled to make a presentation about our new mobile phone at 3 a.m. So I think it's clearly that the answer is C, which is a new product, because they're talking about product, which is mobile phone.
All right, thank you so much. It's clear already, so no need to explain for more. That's it. Okay, next one. Okay, 66.
The question is, why does the woman suggest the man attend the presentation? The answer would be A, to meet the staff of the team, because she said you will be able to get to know everyone on the design team.
All right, so the answer would be A, just because it needs a reason, right? It needs a reason. That's it. And then 67.
For 67, the question is what time does the man say he will drop by the women's office? The answer would be B at 2:50 because the woman said the presentation will start at 3 p.m. and the man said, I will stop by your office 10 minutes before the presentation begins. So just minus 10 minutes. So the question will 2:50.
So this question might be a little bit tricky just because if you just only listen for a time, you might be misleading the answers, okay? But if you understand the take, I think it's not a problem for all of you. Good. Thank you so much. Say yes ก่อนเลยแล้วกันนะครับขอสุดท้ายแล้วเราจะไปทำ vocab แล้วครับทุกคน ขออีก5 คนนะ crush ใช่ไหมจะปิดละ เดี๋ยวเราเบื่อไม่ใช่อะไรหรอกนะมาเลยวิลาวันยัง stand by อยู่เหมือนเดิมนะครับเก่งมากthank you so much I appreciate อาริยานะครับ2 คนนี้เป็นspeaker แล้วกันนะครับ men and women นะครับก็เป็น women ก่อนแล้วก็เป็น men นั่นเองนะวิลาวัน do women and then Aria you're responsible for a man here ขออีก3 คนครับใครก็ได้นะครับคิวสุดท้ายละนะฮะก็นบนะครับดีมาก so you're responsible for 68 2 more นะฮะใครที่รีบกลับบ้านนี่ช่วยเลยเอาให้มันเสร็จนะครับถ้าไม่เสร็จอาจารย์ไม่ move forward นั่นเองนะครับแต่วันนี้จะเรียนหนักนิดนึงนะ tough หน่อยนะ content แน่นนิดนึงพอเราทำข้อสอบเราก็ต้องรีรันลักษณะนี้แหละเราจะได้รู้ว่าแบบเราจะได้คะแนนเท่าไหร่นะเพราะว่าถ้าเกิดว่าเราทำแค่รอบเดียวจบเนี่ยบางครั้งเนี่ยมันจะเก็บ pattern ของตัวข้อสอบไม่ได้เพราะฉะนั้น recommend ไปเลยนะครับใครที่ต้องการ800นะ let's say ว่า700เราน่าจะทำกันได้อยู่ละแต่800 850 900เนี่ยอาจจะต้องทำโจทย์แบบ freeze นิดนึงก็คือทำซ้ำๆนั่นเองโอเคแต่ข้อสอบยังไม่ได้ยากนะตัวที่เป็น 2021 อันนี้คือเปิด general ให้เราก่อนนะครับเดี๋ยวเอาข้อสอบที่เป็น trendy อีกทีหนึ่งก็คือมันจะเพิ่ม add infographic มาอีก3 conversation นะฮะแล้วก็ detail ก็จะแน่นขึ้นเท่านั้นเองแต่ว่าถ้าเกิดว่าเราไม่มีปัญหาเรื่อง comprehension ไม่น่ามีปัญหาหรอกโอเคนะครับพัชรินอีกคนหนึ่งคิวสุดท้ายละพัชริน responsible for 69 and the last one for this section นั่นไงมาแล้วนะครับศศิวิมลเก่งมาก โอเค 1 2 3 go ไปครับ
Mr. Jackson, I'm calling regarding the ongoing construction of your franchise store on Main Street. Due to the rainstorm last week, we've fallen a little behind schedule. I'm afraid we won't have it done by the due date stipulated on the contract after all.
That's something that I didn't expect to happen. The problem is that we already arranged our grand opening ceremony on the date specified in our contract.
I'm sorry to hear that. Aside from the bad weather, we needed to order more marble to case the walls with, but the supplier said it was currently out of stock. I think we need at least a couple of extra weeks.
Then why don't you send me an email address with the revised schedule right away? I have to let my supervisor know about the schedule change so that we can reschedule the grand opening in an appropriate way.
All right, good. Thank you so much fun, right? Okay, 68 here.
Yeah, what's the main topic of the conversation? The answer is B, a construction delay. And the answer is actually in the first part where the woman says, due to the rainstorm last week, we've fallen a little behind schedule. So that's a delay. Yep, that's it.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, it's clear already for the reason why, right? So what you need to do is that just come up with the main idea and try to figure out what is going on with that conversation, and that's it, okay? Next one. 69, 69, yeah, that's correct.
Yes. Question 69, what is the man concerned about? My answer is B, the even schedule, because the man said that he already arranged his grand opening ceremony on the date in the contract, so he worried about the schedule.
Just because the problem is that it's not sure that what will happen next for the schedule, right? So they're going to make sure that what is going on with that. So you have to understand the reason and then what will happen next as well. So try to come up with a problem and solution in that conversation. So I think it might be, crucial for all of you to get a score from that. But hey, it's not that hard. I just want to make sure that you can get into it, and that's it. Okay, the last one for today, 70.
The answer is A. Because from the conversation, the man said, why don't you send me an email attached with the revised schedule? The revised schedule is, the meaning is new timeline is the same. So the answer is A.
All right, thank you so much. It's clear and it's done for this activity. Thank you so much ขอบคุณนะครับ active participation มากๆเลยนะฮะปรบมือให้ตัวเองหน่อยครับต้องปรบมือแล้วล่ะนะฮะรางวัลคนเก่งของเรา thank you นะครับประมาณนี้คร่าวๆนะครับด้วยความที่มันเป็นออนไลน์นะเราก็เลยต้องแบบให้ทุกคน participate นิดนึงนะครับแต่เขาพยายามเขาเรียกว่า mandate ให้อยู่ในเวลานะถ้าเป็นไปได้นะครับ Okay so we're gonna move to the last session for today. It's all about vocabulary that I think all of you have to find essential or synonym, right? Okay แป๊บหนึ่งนะขอดูกัน all right อันนี้ก็ไม่มีอะไรมากนะครับขอ move อย่างรวดเร็วนะครับใครอยากเลิก4 โมงบ้างกด1เข้ามาหรือว่า4 ครึ่งดีพิมพ์1เข้ามาได้เลยนะครับ number 1 only นะครับตายละแม่พิมพ์1เร็วมากเลยนะที่หลังต้องจับทำ participate เยอะๆนะเนี่ยalright แต่ว่ามันมีพวกแบบเบาๆขออนุญาตสกิปไปก่อนแล้วกันนะครับพาร์ทนี้ไม่มีอะไรมากเพราะว่าถ้าเริ่มสอนอาจจะต้องมานั่งอัด grammar ให้เรานะครับขอสกิปไปก่อนแล้วกันกราฟิกก็มาแป๊บหนึ่งนะอยู่งั้นขอตัดไปทำที่ vocab นะครับน่าจะสุดท้ายแล้วสำหรับใครที่ทำเป็นกลุ่มที่2นะครับมารีวิวในนี้ได้นะครับแต่ว่าfind more information would be advantage นะครับ but if you want to see the core guideline you can review from my slide here but I'm going to skip it then because I think it's running out of time if both all of you have to leave at 4 right มาครับเพราะฉะนั้นนะครับตามเดิมเลยเราเข้าใจคอนเซ็ปต์ใช่ไหมฮะต้องอธิบายใหม่ไหม no need to explain แล้วใช่ไหมครับก็เลขใครเลขมันครับหา synonym มา2 คำครับผมเดี๋ยววันนี้เนี่ยขอคนที่ทำ present เนี่ยช่วยแคปคำศัพท์ให้หน่อยนะครับหมายถึงว่าคนที่ทำ present แล้วเนี่ยจะไม่ต้องทำอะไรละให้เราแคปคำศัพท์แล้วก็ไปโพสต์ในกลุ่มก็ได้เป็นแบบทำเป็นโน้ตอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเราจะได้รีวิวพร้อมกันนะ so this is maybe the last session for today I just want you to find synonym here at least 2 synonyms per person right so the first one is complexity complement complementary consequences considerable confirmation confusion compulsory concede and compromise ถ้าพร้อมแล้วหาเลยครับ 1 2 3 go hungry นะครับอาจารย์ค่ะคือให้อาจารย์ให้ทำอะไรใช่ไหมอาจารย์อธิบายให้แคปคำตอบในแชทเหรอคะใช่ได้ไหมเพราะว่าจะได้แบบเราจะได้โน้ตsynonym เพิ่มนะครับมันจะเริ่มรันที่46ครับผมโอเค It's okay หรือว่าไม่โอเค หมายถึงว่าเราจะได้เป็นเขาเรียกว่า team lead และการให้แบบทุกๆคนจะได้รีวิวเพราะจริงๆแล้วบางคนอาจจะแบบไม่ทันนะครับโอเค15 นาทีสุดท้ายนะครับรีบกันเข้ามานะเดี๋ยวไอขออ่านให้ฟังนะว่าเราหาคำศัพท์เพราะคำศัพท์เสกเรานี่ปังที่สุดนะฮะปังไม่ไหวแล้วนะนาทีที่46นะครับทีมเมมเบอร์ของเราที่ต้องทำหน้าที่แคปนะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยแต่ละวีคเนี่ยจะมีคนแคปหมุนเป็นทีมไป Do you understand that? So once you're done for your presentation, so you need to capture any kinds of I would say that it's important for all of you to make sure that you get something from my class. Okay. Verification, proof, imperative, compulsive, blurring, obscuring, complementary, harmonizing, harmonious, good. Illusion, delusion or agreement, understanding, important, significant, admit, accept, complication, confusion, okay? Complication and อ่านไม่ออกช่างมันข้ามครับ disorder, embarrassment, verification, admission, ratification โอ้โหคำศัพท์นี่จำไม่ได้นะครับจำไม่ได้นะฮะเพราะว่าคำศัพท์แต่ละคนนี่คือ front row มากๆนะครับ accommodation, give and take, settlement, accommodation, good คำศัพท์พวกนี้เจอในข้อสอบ TOEIC อยู่แล้วนะแต่ว่าเราต้องการ expand เพิ่มขึ้นเนื่องจากว่าI think it's useful for your reading comprehension okay ไล่มาเลยครับ affirmation, admission, accept, agree, composition, constitute, is that right? Complementary, acknowledge, acceptance, ample, huge ไล่มาเลยนะครับ affirmation, acceptance, aftermath, effect, consequences, yield, granted, blurring, puzzlement ทีนี้พอเราเรียนคำศัพท์ก็ไปหาพวก noun adjective เองนะอย่างเช่นแบบ you สามารถ expand part of speech ได้อีกทีหนึ่งนะครับอย่างเช่น complexity ก็จะเป็น complex or something like that so you can find part of speech in each word again มีไหม accommodation, reconciliation, agreement, deal, substantial, significance, additionally, additional, accessory, adjustment, what is that? Accompany, right? Accompany, accessory, things like that. All right. ให้เวลาครับผมทีมที่ทำหน้าที่ครับจัดมาเลย 1 2 3 go เดี๋ยวขอ move slide ละครับเร็วยิ่งเร็วนะครับไม่ต้องรอเลิก4 โมงก็ได้นะครับเร็วกันนั้น
อาจารย์คะแล้วพวกหนูต้องส่งคำตอบเองด้วยไหมคะ
ไม่ก็คือหนูมีหน้าที่แคปก็แคปอย่างเดียวก็พอครับ เพราะว่าคนน่าจะมีคนมาหาคำตอบแทนเราอยู่แล้วเพราะมันจะซ้ำกันอยู่แล้วใช่ป่ะเลขโอเคไหมนะครับไม่จำเป็นก็คือแคปไปปุ๊บแต่ว่าฝากไปทิ้งในโน้ตกลุ่มนิดนึงนะเป็นวิกไปวิกนี้เป็นวิก3นั่นเองนะครับ Is okay โอเคไหม กลัวไม่โอเคนะฮะจะได้รู้นะครับว่าเราได้อะไรบ้างโอเคดีมากครับต้องบอกว่าโอเคเสร็จแล้วเก่งมากมาครับขอ move ครับ next section โอเค next station 1 2 3 go นี่เหมือนโหน BTSQ ถัดไปครับผม all right so correction consistent constantly consultant construction consumer consignment all right continuation conveniently convincing มาครับ 1 2 3 go เริ่มรันเลยครับนะครับ building establishment นะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาได้พิมพ์เลย don't worry be happy นะครับ continuations duration advisor consoler that's good mentor building structure impressive motivated good customer intelligent always all the time มีด้วยเหรอเดี๋ยวนะขอเช็คก่อน constantly good นะครับ persuasive forceful customer นะครับ alright purchase improvement modification เก่งมากเลย persuasive consoler อันนี้อ่านไม่ออกยากจังนะครับ indissolubility นะครับ and then pertinacity right development manufacture expert specialist always continuation blah 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 structure formation modification alteration คำพวกนี้จำไปด้วยนะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาแล้วกรุณาจำไปด้วยนะอยู่ good products handily comfortability right shipment cargo ว่ากันไป influence decisive compelling คำศัพท์ adjective พวกนี้สำคัญนะครับจดไปเยอะๆจะได้แบบทำข้อสอบได้ดีขึ้นนะ easily distribution dealing continuation coherent cohesion amendment that's it พิมพ์เข้ามาครับงานแคปก็มานะถ้าพิมพ์เสร็จแล้วกรุณาสะกิดเพื่อนที่ทำหน้าที่แคปด้วยครับผม เพราะเราจะ move ไปที่ next station นั่นเองถ้าพร้อมแล้วเปิดโอกาสให้ capture ครับผม one two three go นาทีที่เท่าไหร่ขอเช็คก่อนแป๊บหนึ่งนะ51ป่ะโอเคนาทีที่51นะครับทุกคนแคปเสร็จแล้วบอกนะ move forward เลยครับเราต้อง move forward นั่นเองนะครับ before we go นะครับทุกคนรอหน้า before we go นี่ก็คือแบบรวดเร็วทันใจมากนะครับแต่ขอ keyword cap อีกหน้าหนึ่ง done มาเลยนะครับนั่นก็หมายความว่ามี proof นะถ้าบอกว่า done ก็คือ ไม่มีปัญหา okay so the last section for vocabulary here would be like this 1 2 3 go coverage credentials contribution cooperation criticize critical currency crucial cutting edge commute จับเวลาครับเริ่มรันมาเลย one two three go มาแล้วนะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาได้นะครับห้ามรอช้าแล้วถ้าเราอยากเลิก4 โมงนะ crush blame certificate qualification donation gift exchanging compensate blaming castigate คำศัพท์นี้ยากอันเนี้ยหามาได้นะครับแต่ต้องจำไม่ได้ด้วยนะ crush diplomatic testimonial right collaboration participation นะครับ review comment blah 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 นะครับ important seriousness that's it come and go อันนี้เป็นสำนวนนะครับ charter collaboration assistant censure denounce พิมพ์เข้ามาเลยนะครับ innovation advancement sincere denunciatory โอ้โหคำศัพท์นะครับต้องจำให้ได้นะครับ ถ้าพิมพ์เข้ามาแล้วนะฮะสิทธิ์ของยูคือจำไปนะ alright censorious blah 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 persistent circulation collaboration assistant dissimulation donation granted prevalent good compensate remunerate พวกนี้จะเจอใน reading เยอะนะครับเพราะฉะนั้นจดเข้าไป scope protection right good substitution conversion ถ้าใครขยันนะครับก็ไปทำparagraph speed เพิ่มแล้วกันนะแต่ไม่น่าจริงๆเราไม่จำเป็นก็ได้ถ้าเราอ่านหนังสือเอาก็ได้นะครับcrucial significance that's it มีอีกไหมพิมพ์เข้ามาได้นะครับเพราะว่าคนรอแคป standby เลยนะครับคิวสุดท้ายละเดี๋ยว before we go ปุ๊บปิดจ็อบ4 โมงครับงั้นให้เวลาไม่น่าจะมีละให้เวลาคนแคปนะ crush แป๊บหนึ่งเดี๋ยวหากัน มันเริ่มรันที่ตรงไหน55ครับผมนาทีที่55 capture 1 2 3 go โอ้ยรวดเร็วมากดันแล้วนะครับสุดยอดจริงๆงั้นก็ before we go นะครับ so the last session would be like you need to create meaningful sentence here before we go adjective plus noun นะครับไม่มีอะไรครับคือตัวนี้เนี่ยอยากให้เราฝึกใช้คำศัพท์ใหม่ๆเราเขียนกันได้อยู่แล้วนะครับแต่ว่าบางเซกเขาอาจจะยังเขียนไม่ได้เพราะฉะนั้นก็ต้องแบบมองเป็นเซนเตอร์นิดหนึ่งนะครับก็ไม่บ้ากันนะครับ okay so just choose only one out of three here regular exercise maiden voyage and then excruciating pain ชอบข้อไหนแต่งเข้ามาครับผมแล้วก็ say hi bye bye นะ crush see you next week okayนี่นะครับใครที่พิมพ์เข้ามาแล้วเนี่ยอนุญาตนะ I give a permission to you to leave out from the Zoom and say hi bye bye see you next week นะครับ thank you so much นะครับมาเลยเดี๋ยวขออ่านก่อนนะ regular exercise is one of the best things you can do for your health good A healthy lifestyle should include regular exercise. Living in Thailand is an absolute excruciating pain. Oh my god, inner ต้องมานะครับ I watched a movie about two siblings, maiden voyage. อันนี้เป็นเรือใช่ปะฟิลนั้นนะครับLiving you is such an excruciating pain. Okay, study is my excruciating pain. Regular exercise something I cannot and will never do. All right, good. People often experience excurring pain when their wisdom tooth got removed. โอ้โหคำศัพท์นะครับพิมพ์เข้ามาได้เลยนะครับ The Titanic sunk of its modern world. Blah blah blah. All right, losing somebody is excruciating pain นะครับสังเกตว่า context มันจะมีทั้ง positive แล้วก็ negative นั่นเองนะพวกนี้เนี่ยจำเป็นในเรื่องของการแต่งประโยคนั่นเองนะ and then I always do regular exercise such as running swimming and biking good พิมพ์เข้ามานะครับถ้าใครพิมพ์แล้ว you can leave from this Zoom alright แล้วก็บายบายได้เลยนะครับไปกินข้าวแล้วก็เล่น TikTok ดีกว่านะฮะเดี๋ยวอยู่ถึง4:30ไม่โอเค before we go นะครับ before we go all right เข้ามาแล้วนะครับบอกว่า Martin Voyage อ่านถูกไหมไม่รู้นะฮะ Verb is planned to March 15 she does regular exercise with her mom every morning I have excruciating pain top her back good แล้วก็ I rarely take regular exercise because I'm too lazy She always begins her class with regular exercise. Good. My mom told me to start doing regular exercise. I do regular exercise every evening with my sister, which is the reason why I am still healthy today. Regular exercise is good for your health. Healthy, is that right? Excruciating pain is the time without you. Why is regular exercise important? เป็นประโยคคำถามใช่ That is made where is 0 blah blah blah. Cruise lines already taking reservations. Good. I should improve my health through getting regular exercise. I know that regular exercise is important, but I'm too lazy to do so. He didn't even realize he gave me an excruciating pain. Excruciating pain. That's it. She is an excruciating pain because of her puppy passed away. ตอนนี้เหลืออีก30 กว่าคนครับผมลุ้นมาก Regular exercise is needed to maintain a healthy life. พิมพ์เข้ามาก่อนนะ before we go. What I don't do when I'm stay at home is regular exercise. Regular exercise is very important for our health. That's it. มีคนอยากแคปก็แคปได้นะเพื่อแต่งประโยค I had always suffered from frequent headache and an excruciating pain behind her eyes. Good. ต่อนะ Spaceship mate blah 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 mountain vote yesterday. Regular exercise is my beauty secret. Regular exercise can help ease anxiety. My eyes. Good. I had a tooth extracted yesterday. It didn't hurt at first, but now it is excruciating pain. Good. ไม่ต้องส่ง direct message นะครับใครส่ง direct message แป๊บนึง เป็น everyone นะ you check ดีๆนะ Okay, I've been having excruciating neck pain for weeks now. Regular exercise is good for everyone. นะครับเหลืออีก20 กว่าคนครับผมเข้ามานะ Regular exercise reduce blood pressure ตอนนี้4 โมงกว่าแล้วนะครับ Living in the third world country is excruciating pain นะฮะRegular exercise is essential for health during staying home along pandemic. I just need a regular exercise. This is too extreme for me. Regular. Yeah, regular. That's it. มีไหมฮะ Regular exercise important, but sleep is more important. Good. I think so. เหลืออีก10 กว่าคนนะครับยังลุ้นอยู่นะใครที่รอแคปก็แคปได้นะแต่ว่าแคปไปแล้วนะครับ Before we go I am having an excruciating pain which is caused by the smartest government of Thailand and sarcastic. I'm too late to do regular exercise, but I have to do my health good. Sarcastic, but it's true นั่นเองนะครับ It hurts, but it's true. Happy ไหมครับยังเหลืออีก10 กว่าคนครับผมพิมพ์เข้ามานะก่อนไปนะ Before we go we should do something regular exercise instead of living too heavy every day. My sister watching TV about regular exercise every weekend, but she's still eating ice cream. Good. Waking up in the morning is such an excruciating pain. มีไหมฮะพิมพ์เข้ามาได้นะครับ10 กว่าคนครับผมห้ามออกนะถ้ายังไม่พิมพ์นะครับเพราะมันคือ before we goแต่จริงๆแล้วเนี่ยเราสามารถคล็อกไปที่4 โมงแล้วทุกคนมานั่งทำกิจกรรมนี้ก็ได้นะครับ เดี๋ยวรอบหน้าคือ stand by กันเลยนะครับประมาณเกือบ4 โมงปุ๊บพิมพ์เข้ามาจะได้แบบ off class ที่4 โมงตรงนะ I know that regular exercise has a great health benefits, but I'm too lazy to do it. Good. เหลืออีก10 กว่าคนครับผมพิมพ์เข้ามาครับเราจะมานั่งลุ้นด้วยว่าใครเป็นคิวสุดท้ายวันนี้ พิมพ์ได้นะครับ เดี๋ยวไปทิ้ง question ในห้องเราก่อนดีกว่า303นะครับ reflection and weekly questions. Do you think conversation in a part of TOEIC listening test is challenging? พิมพ์เข้ามานะครับ so you can type here เหลืออีก7 คนนั่นเองนะครับ
Excuse me, teacher. Can I ask some question?
Can yes you can ว่าไงครับ
When you check the student names, will you see only the student number, or you see the both name and the student number? Because there is a student that has very similar number student with me.
Oh really? Who's I mean actually I just check the name and the number, the ID student หมายถึงว่าอาจารย์จะเช็คแค่ชื่อกับ3 ตัวสุดท้ายครับผมทำไมเอ่ย
คือมีคนที่เลขที่คล้ายๆหนูอะค่ะแล้วก็อาจารย์ดูแค่เลขที่
เลขเหมือน
เลขไม่เหมือนค่ะเลขไม่เหมือนแบบว่าคล้ายค่ะเป็น similar number ค่ะ
ไม่เป็นไรก็คือแต่ว่าเลขไม่มีทางเหมือนอยู่แล้วใช่ปะขอให้เป็นชื่อจริงของเรานะครับภาษาไทยได้ภาษาอังกฤษก็ได้แล้วก็เลข3 ตัวปกติก็จะเช็คแค่นั้นใช่
ก็คืออาจารย์ดูชื่อได้ใช่ไหมคะ
ดูชื่อสิดูชื่อจะบ้าเหรอก็ต้องดูชื่ออยู่แล้วนะครับดูชื่ออาจจะปกติอาจารย์จะเช็คแต่ว่าการดูเลขก่อนอันดับแรกมันจะได้เร็วขึ้นแต่ว่าเราก็ไปเช็คกับชื่อนะครับโอเคพิมพ์เข้ามาครับผมยังมีคนสแตนบายอยู่นะครับอีก 5-6 คน แล้วก็อย่าไปทำ reflection ในไลน์ด้วยนะนะครับ
อาจารย์คะกลุ่มหนึ่งเทิร์นอินแล้วนะคะเทิร์นอิน PDF
ได้เดี๋ยวอาจารย์จะไปเช็คครับผมขอบคุณครับอย่าลืมกลุ่ม1ยังอยู่ใช่ไหมครับกลุ่ม1ช่วยส่งมาในไลน์ที่เป็น PowerPoint หมายถึงว่าส่งไฟล์ในไลน์ด้วยแล้วกันนะครับได้ไหม
ในไลน์ด้วยใช่ไหมคะ
ครับ
ที่เทิร์นอินนะคะเปเปอร์มาจากหนูคนนึงแล้วก็สไลด์มาจากเพื่อนอีกคนนึงนะคะ
ได้แต่ว่ามันจะขึ้นเป็น2 คนแทนอินถูกไหมคือฝากส่งไปในไลน์หน่อยเพราะว่าไอต้องแคปแบบว่าทำอะไรบ้างในแต่ละคลาสเก็ตป่ะเพราะมันจะไม่สามารถแคปจากไอ Google Classroom ได้เพราะต้องส่งรีพอร์ตนะฮะ Thank you so much ครับผม
ส่วน vocab เดี๋ยวรอแป๊บนึงนะคะกำลังพิมพ์
ไม่เป็นไร vocab เนี่ย week by week ไม่ต้องไป worry เรื่องนั้นแค่อยากให้ make sure ว่าเราได้คำศัพท์กลับไปเป็นการช่วยเพื่อนมากกว่านะแต่ว่างานที่เป็นคะแนนเนี่ยก็คือส่งเข้ามาได้เลยนะครับ alright ครับผมมีอีกไหมเนี่ยยังมีอีก3 คนยังไม่ออกจากซูม โอเคนะครับมีคำถามอีกไหมฮะ any questions so farโอเคถ้าไม่มีแล้วไอขออนุญาตปิดคลาสแต่เพียงเท่านี้นะครับ Thank you so much everybody bye bye